So welcome to the first campground in the Shenandoah Campground series. This is Mathews Arm, the northernmost campground on Skyline Drive. Y'all stick around, I'll show you around. Before we go any further, I'd like to remind you guys, please don't forget to mash that subscribe button, give me a big old thumbs up, maybe even leave me a comment or two. I sure would appreciate it. Wanted to tell you guys about this great app too, RV Parky. What a wonderful app to go find campgrounds all over this great country of ours. And it's absolutely free. Check your Play Store. There are 4 campgrounds on Skyline Drive in Shenandoah National Park. This is the northernmost one, called Mathews Arm, and it's secluded in the thick trees and rolling hills of the Shenandoah National Park. Mathews Arm Campground is an ideal spot for a camping getaway. Mathews Arm is a family-oriented campground. That means no alcohol is allowed in the park. They offer plenty of open spaces in the nearly 166 available campsites, all of them mostly shaded. All sites include a place for a tent or an RV, or one RV and tent. They are rustic campsites, which means all they feature is a fire ring and a picnic area. The campground also offers amenities like flush toilets, drinking water, and a dump station, which creates a comfortable camping experience. There are no showers in this campground, although you can go just up the road to Big Meadows and have a shower. Shenandoah National Park includes 300 square miles of the Blue Ridge Mountain in the southern Appalachians. The park rises above the Virginia Piedmont to its east and the Shenandoah Valley to its west. If you haven't seen the first video in this series, it is a time-lapse sunrise. Absolutely spectacular. Shenandoah National Park has over 500 miles of trails, including 101 miles of the Appalachia Trail. Some trails lead to a waterfall or viewpoint, while others wind deep into the forest and wilderness. Mathews Arm Campground is located near Overall Run Falls, which at 93 feet has the highest drop-off of all the falls in Shenandoah National Park. A moderately difficult hiking trail, which leads to the falls, is accessible from the campground. Once at the falls, visitors can enjoy views of the entire Shenandoah Valley and Massanutten Mountains. Wildlife viewing is also a popular pastime, with black bears, wild turkey, deer, birds, and countless other animals abundant across the park. The campground is located right off milepost 22 on the famous and beautiful Skyline Drive, which runs 105 miles north and south along the crest of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Stunning views are available from any of the 75 scenic overlooks. And just a side note, from those scenic overlooks, if you would look at the first video of this series, I did a time-lapse sunrise. Absolutely spectacular. All the sites in this campground are standard non-electric, which means there are watering stations throughout the campground, but there is no electric at each site. So I recommend you either come with a charged battery, solar panels, or a generator. There is a day use area, a visitor center, wildlife viewing, and of course hiking. Here are some of the amenities: accessible campsites, paved roads, tent pads. There's an amphitheater, a ranger station, drinking water, a dump station, utility sinks, fire pits, and picnic tables. Now, I meant what I said about the wildlife. Wildlife is abundant in Shenandoah National Park. I have yet to see bears, and we've been going there for several years now. I'm sure we'll see one eventually. But the place absolutely is covered up with deer. In fact, It's not unusual to wake up at your campsite to find something nibbling alongside your tent or your camper. Absolutely fantastic. Say, that reminds me, if y'all are looking for a way to support this channel, keep this here trainer rolling full of farm fresh content twice a week, why don't you slide over to my Teespring shop, get yourself a coffee mug or maybe even a t-shirt. But if you don't want to do that, how about you go to buymeacoffee.com, and for the price of a cup of coffee, you help keep this train a-rolling. You can also visit boondockerswelcome.com. All of the links are in the description. Thanks a bunch. Other animals include squirrels, chipmunks. We've seen the handful of whistle pigs, y'all know them as groundhogs, skunks, etc. There's tons of wildlife up there. For the money, which is $15 a night, by the way, you can't hardly beat Mathews Arm. So until next time, y'all go out there and be nice to one another. I sure love you. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.